And now to our main discussion on the show. The Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Sheikh Mohammed, has called for a unified approach to tackle the high incidence of road accidents in Nigeria. The campaign for this year's Ember Month is retooling FRSC for organizational effectiveness from policy formulation to strategic implementation. It focuses on multiple fronts, from stricter law enforcement to improving public awareness. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has passed the second reading for a bill seeking to empower officers of the Federal Road Safety Commission to bear arms in order to make the agency operate better. The bill also seeks to empower the FRSC with powers of clearing of obstruction on any part of the public roads and for educating drivers, motorists, and other members of the public generally on the proper use of public roads. I'm joined now by Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety, Sheikh Mohammed. Corps Marshal Mohammed, thank you so much for finding time to join us on the program this evening.
Thank you very much.
Great to have you. Let's begin with the recent update on the clampdown on fake diplomatic and unauthorized number plates. What prompted this directive, and what specific measures are you taking to enforce it?
Well, we received a report from the diplomatic cycle showing concern on the proliferation of diplomatic numbers being used by the general public. And we felt we owe a duty to take action and clamp down on those customers, motorists that are using the number plate, diplomatic number plate, to go about their normal duties. So we quickly took action. We sent messages to the media houses. We also sent reports to the security agencies to calm down on those diplomatic numbers being used illegally.
You mentioned that they are fraudulently produced by suspected criminals. Can you share more about the sources of these fake plates and how they are being distributed?
Well, we cannot really say where those number plates are being produced. You know, Nigerians, whatever you do legally, some few elements would like to do it illegally. And I'm sure that in some places where the DSS, the police will be able to identify those areas and, you know, bring them to book. On our own part, when we get the information, we normally relate to the police, the DSS, and other security agencies that have the mandate to apprehend and bring those, you know, illegal producers to book.
Lastly, Corps Marshal, what does this directive mean for motorists with customized number plates, you know, with perhaps their names or appellation on it?
No, those are customized number plates. They are legal. They go through the normal process through the state Board of Internal Revenues before it gets to us for the production. We have their record. They are legal, and therefore they can go about their normal duties and normal use of those number plates without any, you know, hindrance.
Some motorists have also reported experiencing delays and some bureaucratic bottlenecks when it comes to trying to obtain number plates. I know there have been attempts at digitizing the registration process, but what's being done to make the process seamless?
When I came on board, you know, we have to key into the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President. One of it is the ease of doing business. So we quickly, you know, try to see how we can strategize and improve on our product. This product are the number plate and the driver's license. That was the first place I, you know, went for a visit, and I channel out all the challenges that we're having, and I discussed with our partners that normally give us the input, especially the production input for those number plate and the driver's license. And we all agree that with a timeline of 6 months, we are going to improve on both the driver's license and the number plate. And you can also agree with me that for now, we have started improving And by the grace of God, in the next few months, we shall be able to deliver the mandate we are supposed to. And as we agreed that we are going to improve on it, we are really, truly going to improve on it.
Work in progress. But precisely, just for some clarity, what advice do you give, do you have for members of the public who may unknowingly be using these fake number plates? What's the best course of action for them to take to avoid prosecution?
We have this our mobile app, the FRSC mobile app. It is a one-stop shop that will bring the motorists and the general public closer to us. Without necessarily going to our office, you can use the mobile app to know whether the number plate you are using is genuine, or rather the driver's license you are using is genuine, for you to be able to continue to use it. And then you can also make complaint through the mobile app to us. We have 24-hour, desk officers in the office where they receive all those complaints through the mobile app, and we take action immediately to make sure that at least things are being done right.
Commercial motorists now say that your men penalize faded number plates. I'm curious, what is the course policy in this regard?
Yes, of course. When a number plate faded, there's a process to make it new, to renew it, to make it more legible. Because faded number plate, you cannot identify from a distance or even from a close range what number the vehicle is using. And the number plate is the identity of the vehicle. It's not the driver, it's the identity of the vehicle. So with a faded number plate, there's no way you can identify a vehicle, whether it is commercial, whether it is a personal vehicle or commercial or whatever, or articulated. So it's the number plate that normally identified such vehicles to be used. And therefore, we really don't take it easily and take it lightly with the faded number plate. And we advise motorists with faded number plate to come to us, to come to our office, and probably get that number plate sorted. We can reprint it. We reprint it at lesser cost to the motoring public so that they can be able to enjoy, their number. What used to happen is while washing the vehicle, sometimes they use chemicals. Those chemicals are not in tandem with the paint being used by the number plate, and therefore it gets it, over time, washing over time, it gets it faded, and then it will no longer be, legible for a motor vehicle, or rather a vehicle to be used as a number.
Fair enough, commercial, but some people have also said, why do they have to pay as much as 25,000 naira to get a new number plate? I've heard some say, you know what, FRSC should hold itself accountable too for the poor quality of this number plate. I hear you talk about chemicals, but people have said rather than penalizing vehicle owners with fines, perhaps you should also pay attention to the quality of number plates you are dishing out. Omasha, can you hear me?
Most of the number, yes, I can hear you now. So most of the number plates faded over time. It's not number plate that is being used for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Some those number plates that you see faded are being used for over 10 years at times. So you can imagine, even with time, using number plate for over 10 years, watching it every day or every time, it's expected. It's normal. It's normal. The average, lifespan of a vehicle is supposed to be, by depreciation, 4 or 5 years. But in Nigeria, it takes up to 20 years. You see vehicles of 20, 30 years being used on the road. So if a vehicle is using number plate for a certain number of years, you should expect that it will get faded, the number plate will get faded, and therefore there's the need for that number plate to be renewed as much as the vehicle will continue to, fly the road. It's normal.
Well, some have said that in other climes, though, that the number plates actually have a higher lifespan than what we have in Nigeria. And perhaps you might just want to, do a little research and see if that is true. But quickly, speak to us about alternatives, because 25,000 naira is a lot of money in this economy. Can't I just paint my faded number plate? I mean, look for a permanent marker, paint it red or blue.
It's not possible. It's not 25,000 for the renewed number plate. It is not. It is 15,000. And
wow.
You can also agree with me that in other climes, they charge number plate based on the cost of the vehicle. So if your vehicle is 5 million, they charge certain percentage to that as the cost of number plate. But here in the country, in Nigeria, we are moderate. The price of number plate depends on the state you are buying the number plate, because it's purely a revenue generating venture for state. So it's the board of internal goods that normally put prices for those number plates. As for us, we charge 15,000 for the production cost of such number plates, and we push it to the state. It is the state that determines how much they sell their number plate based on what they want to realize as far as revenue generation is concerned.
My producer is just telling me that he paid 25,000 naira to get a new one in Lagos. Let's take a short break, call Marshall, and we'll be back with more. Stay with us, everyone.